North, can I help you?
Yes, can I talk to the duty agent, please?
Sure. Hold on just a second, please.
FBI, what can I do for you?
Hi, is this the duty agent?
Yes, it is.
I've been trying to get through to James Eagle Eye, and so I would like you to convey the following message to him. If you have a notepad, this is the information you probably want to give him, okay? He's familiar with me. I spoke to him one-on-one. He got my, I'm a crime victim over at Jersey City Medical Center. There is a treatise. This is what you want to write down. There is a treatise on arrest and false imprisonment that I already entered into the federal courts in the Eastern District of New York. So if you pull it up on Pacer, you can read it, or you can Google it. And the important information that James Eagle Eye needs to know is that when Jersey City Medical Center subjected me, and my name is Lydia, L-I-D-Y-A, my last name is Radin, R-A-D-I-N, when Jersey City Medical Center subjected me to the crime of false imprisonment, I don't have to prove anything. They had to prove that they had a lawful right to hold me. They cannot.
Okay, so I'm passing this to, you said it was James Eagle Eye?
Correct.
That Lydia Radin called, and they did not have to prove that, they didn't have to prove that you were falsely imprisoned. I'm sorry, I just kind of,
okay, let me go a little slower.
On arrest and false imprisonment.
Well, let me go a little slower. I was subjected to a crime. The crime was false imprisonment at Jersey City Medical Center. James Eagle Eye knows this because he requested my records from Jersey City Medical Center. And he's being lied to by the U.S. Attorney's Office. We'll get to that in a minute. What Jersey City Medical Center has to show is, did they have a lawful right to hold me? Was there a signed court order by a judge to hold me in their hospital? There was not. Okay, I, as the victim of the crime of false imprisonment, don't have to prove anything. The people who are interfering with my liberty have to show that they had a lawful right to hold me. In my case, that would be a signed court order by a judge. They don't have that.
Okay.
If James needs to check the information for himself, and I would respectfully suggest you would probably want to take a look at this, there is a book, a little book. It's called a treatise. You want me to spell treatise for you?
Sure.
Treastie. A treatise is like a book or a paper. There's a treatise on arrest and false imprisonment. The author is a guy named Charles A. Weissman, W-E-I-S-M-A-N. You can Google it. But the most important thing is that I entered it as an exhibit in my federal case, which is going on now, in the Eastern District of New York. So you guys have access to Pacer, yes?
Yes. The only, does James Eagle Eye, does he work for New York or for Newark?
For Newark.
He's for Newark, okay. You were saying Eastern District of New York. That's the only reason why I was just making sure. We always got to double check those things.
Because after I was beaten up at Jersey City Medical Center, and I was physically assaulted by security guards, and James Eagle Eye knows this. Security guards, I have spinal injuries. I have 5 herniated discs and a pinched nerve. So when you...
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So when you beat somebody up with spinal injuries, you could kill them. And I almost died. So the Jersey City Medical Center, when it comes time to prosecute, I don't prove anything. Jersey City Medical Center has to produce a signed court order that said they had some reason to hold me. They can't. Does James Eagle Eye know that? Yes, because he requested my records. And nowhere in those records, anywhere, do you see a signed court order by a judge. So that means the hospital committed the crime of false imprisonment.
Okay.
It's one question that you have to ask if you were a special agent or a law enforcement officer. Could I please see the signed court order? They can't produce it. You've committed the crime of false imprisonment. If you want authority to read about this, then you would look at a treatise on arrest and false imprisonment, and that contains all the court cases, statutes, everything you need to know. It's an easy read. I've already taken it and put it as an exhibit in my federal case in the Eastern District of New York.
Gotcha.
And the reason why James Eagle Eye isn't doing anything about this, so hold on to your hat, because here's what's really happening.
Holding on.
Okay, so James Eagle Eye, the FBI investigates crimes. Who prosecutes? The person that would be prosecuting this would be the U.S. Attorney. The U.S. Attorney's Office, the federal prosecutor. That would be Paul Fishman. Paul Fishman's office is not going to prosecute this, and they're probably lying to you guys. I guarantee you they're lying to you. Why are they lying to you? Because here's the problem. If Paul Fishman became the U.S. prosecutor in 2009, when that happened, Chris Christie handed off to him an investigation on Yeshiva University, which is the ultimate root of the problem. Mm-hmm. And Governor Christie, when he was the federal prosecutor, was investigating Yeshiva University for money laundering. Now, because I was making an issue of federal student loan fraud, which went through a bank, which would eventually lead to money laundering, that's why it was very important to discredit me as a witness or get me to shut up and go away. Mm. So Paul Fishman, now, here's your other problem, and you want to write this name down. Daniel Rizal, R-I-E-S-E-L. Dan Rizal is an attorney who's paid by Yeshiva University. He's a former federal prosecutor in the Southern District of New York. He ran a bureau. He's been working for Yeshiva University since the late 1970s. So now you got a former federal prosecutor pulling the strings so a major university can launder money.
Miss Radin, would you be able to hold on 1 second? I'm
Sure.
going to see if I can get somebody else in line real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Miss Radin?
Yes.
Gotcha. I was actually just calling down to James's office, and he wasn't in. Otherwise, I was going to patch you through. But I took down all the notes, and I will definitely forward on the message that there was no signed court order.
Right, but what the important thing here is, you're the FBI. You're going out into the field, and I've already talked to people like Maureen Costello, and, I'm saying this with respect. You're going out into the field, And the attorney, the U.S. attorney, is supposed to be telling you what to look for. They're supposed to be giving you guidance and direction, right? So, you know, when you go out, when someone's been physically assaulted at Jersey City Medical Center like me, and I have 5 herniated discs and a pinched nerve, and the people who lied to Jersey City Medical Center to have me physically assaulted knew that I had 5 herniated discs and a pinched nerve, and they knew that a violent physical assault may result in my death. They lied anyway. That's called premeditated attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. So if I were dead today, would Yeshiva University's lives and all the officials who are engaged in these crimes, particularly the attorneys that I caught lying in federal court when I was named as a witness against them, would their lives be better? Yes. So you go out into the field, and you're relying on the U.S. attorney to give you guidance and direction about what to look for to make your criminal case, and they're lying to you. See, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. I definitely. I'm just.
So what they're supposed to tell James Eagle Eye is like, look, this is a very simple case to make. You get her medical records. You look at the medical records and you say, where's the signed court order to hold this woman? There isn't any, because the judges don't want to sign off on it because they know they're committing a crime. So they'll say something else like, oh, it was the court. What court? What court? I need a signed court order here. So here's how Jersey City Medical Center is twisting in the wind. Because the attorneys in the court and the dishonest court personnel who did all this don't want to be held accountable, so their names are not there and there's no signed court order, the doctors will be held accountable. So that would be Dr. Vladimir Jelnov. So the doctors are supposed to know they're required to be trained and to comply with the law. You just don't have someone come, you just don't harass somebody, provoke them to come down to your hospital to tell you, please leave me alone, physically assault them, beat them up, then throw them in your hospital, keep them there while they almost die for 3 days, and then say, oh well. No, it's not, oh well. So that means either Vladimir Jelnov, the doctor who did this and he's responsible, will go to jail. He's not going to go to jail. He's going to turn and point the finger at all the people you want to prosecute.
I appreciate all the information.
No, they have to be criminally prosecuted. So if the U.S. Attorney's Office, not if, they are, Paul Fishman from 2009, because he's part of the Democratic Party, is covering up for financial crimes at Yeshiva University, and me, the witness, I'm the one they almost murdered. You have very serious federal prosecution here. If you guys don't do this, I have every right to call on other law enforcement agencies, and then you'll get prosecuted. You really want to go down for Yeshiva University's crimes?
And you have a good point. Tell you what, I'm going to get with some people here, and we'll take it from there.
And you should have, the reason why I didn't come down and hand deliver the treatise on arrest and false imprisonment to James Eagle Eye so he would have authority is because I have to go down and take care of some paperwork so I can get past your security. But you can Google this, and you should know the information in this treatise on arrest and false imprisonment anyway. And you guys should be livid, I would imagine, that your own U.S. attorney is lying to you. That's like the DA lying to the police, so the police don't do their jobs and can lose their careers.
It's a very big issue.
Oh yeah. And when you get that knife out of your back, you can give me a call back.
Sounds great. I'll get with James and we'll go from there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.